Lastly, let me just say a thing or two about one part of the tongue that is very, very dangerous. And after almost 30 years in ministry, I've seen it really bring some heavy, heavy destruction to people's lives, especially in the church. In Proverbs 11, verse 13, it says this: "A gossip betrays a confidence, but a trustworthy person keeps a secret." So, what is gossip? Well, gossip is a casual or unconstrained conversation or report about other people, typically involving details that are not yet confirmed to be true. Essentially, that's what's gossip. You hear something, you start talking about it with maybe that person at first, and then you go and you find a group of people and you start talking with them. Gossip happens when information about another person not present is discussed in a conversation with others. Now, ironically, there's this evil pleasure that comes from being one of the first people to hear some juicy piece of news about somebody else. We can hardly wait to let others know that we're in the know. And oftentimes, as followers of Jesus, the way that we ease our conscience when we're tempted to go down this road of gossip is that we will tell ourselves that we are discharging information about someone else so that together as a group we can now pray for that person. And that, my friends, is one of the most subtle lies that can come from the mouth of Satan. Rationalizing our need to talk negatively to someone about someone else is both wrong, and it's a sin that Scripture puts in the same category as sexual immorality and or murder. Why? Because that's how destructive gossip is to relationships. So hear me on this. This is a good rule of thumb to take note of. When I am not part of the problem at hand, and I am not part of the solution, then my involvement now becomes gossip. If I'm in a conversation with others about some situation at hand, and I am not part of that problem being discussed, nor am I part of the solution that needs to surface, then I am gossiping. And it's not our choice to decide that we ought to be the one that goes and begins to make things right. That's God's job, not our job. So don't insert yourselves into other people's business when you're not invited to. Don't rationalize that somehow, in some way, your involvement is God's way to bring resolve, especially when the person at hand is not even present in your discussion. When you are not part of the problem and you are not part of the solution, but you are sharing your opinion, it's then that you are gossiping.